seeing people outside getting Amazon boxes. And I mean, they're like spending that little stimulus check on Amazon boxes. So I had to laugh because what we do is so important. And that is why I joined this campaign, because it's so important that you get the knowledge. You're always taught knowledge is power. Now I really understand it. So I'm going to give you a little bit of education here. I'm not a teacher, but this is what I've learned. And what I learned is so important, it has to be shared. So we're going to talk about the rate of return. This was founded by Albert Einstein. What it is compound interest. You take 72, you divide it by the rate of return, it's going to show you how many years it'll take for your money to double. Let's get to the next slide, please. So, the power of compound interest. If you look at this slide, we're going to say you're placing your money somewhere where it's going to give you 4% interest. So if you and I had $10,000 today, we place it where it's giving us 4% interest. It's showing you here that it's going to take 18 years for your money to reach $20,000. Now, some people might be happy with that. Me personally, no. But if that's the only place you knew where to place it, that's what you would get. And if you kept it there for another 18 years, that's 36 years, you're going to have $40,000. Again, some people may be happy with that. Me, because I know better, absolutely not. Now, if we place it somewhere where it's going to give you 8%, that 8% is going to be in 9 years, it's going to give you $20,000. So again, remember that keyword compound interest. This is showing you how compound interest can work for you or even work against you. Now that same 8%, another 9 years, 18 years, 40,000. You go all the way down to 36 years, you now have 160,000. That's the difference. And could be great for some, but because I know better, there are places out there where you can actually get 12% interest on your money under using the compound interest. So let's take a look. With that same $10,000, it's going to take you 6 years to get $20,000. 12 years later, 40. 18 years, 80,000. Let's take it all the way down to that 36 years. Now, that shows you the amazing power of compound interest in 36 years, placing your money somewhere where it's going to give you 12% interest. You're going to have $640,000. That is a big difference. That's the difference between 4% and 12%, $600,000. That is the power of compound interest. So when we look at this, you want compound interest to work for you. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to show you where you can place your money that the compound interest is going to work for you, not against you. The banks have always shown us how compound interest works for them. You'll place your money into these accounts. And if you check your savings account, I'm sure you're getting about 0.01%, and you're lucky if it's 0.02%. That is showing you that the compound interest is working for them, not you. Take a look at your credit card. Some people have credit cards and their interest rates are at 20-something%. That is the power of compound interest working for them. That money is going to them, not you. So we're here to show you how compound interest can work for you. And Albert Einstein, he said, who that understands it will earn it, and he who does not will pay it. This is your first rule. Get money to work for you. Next slide, please. This is the rule number 2. It's how your money gets taxed. I came here from a different country. We didn't know all about these systems that are in place in America, but I live in America. So now you have these 3 major components when it comes to taxes. You have your tax now, you have your tax later, you have the tax advantage. When we take a look at these, your tax now is your bank, right? checking, savings, CDs, stocks, mutual funds. And nowadays we have things called Bitcoin, Dogecoin, you name it. These are the products that are now taxed now. So when you're placing your money into these places, your taxes are coming out. As your interest starts to grow on these accounts, in a year's time, you must pay the taxes on the interest on those accounts, right? Keep that in mind. Then we go to your tax later. This, these are accounts that are made up for you, 401k, 403bs, your pension. And a lot of people don't even understand and don't even know because we just go into these jobs and we really don't have a proper understanding, but we go to our HR department to teach us. HR department is not going to teach you anything. They're just going to tell you, take out this or do that. And this is what your pension is going to be. And you're gonna find out that these are tax later accounts. They're meant to be there and they're not meant to touch until you're 59 and a half. At that point, you're going to have to pay the taxes on them at that time. Now we know America has shown us that the taxes, they don't go down, they go up. So if you're planning on retiring 20 years from now, 10 years from now, 40 years from now, can you just imagine where those taxes are going to be? How much money are you going to pay on those accounts? Me personally, I'm not putting my money anywhere that I'm going to have to pay that type of taxes on that dollar. I can't afford it. We come now to your tax advantage accounts. These accounts have already been taxed from the seed. You're like a farmer. You're going to grow your crop. Would you rather pay your taxes on the seed now or when your crop grows? I think you'd rather pay it now. So these accounts are your insurance accounts. What happens with these accounts is they're tax-free saving investments. This is where you want to place your money. There are people out there who don't pay taxes. And there are people out there who are screaming and saying, well, why don't they pay taxes? The reason they're not paying any taxes is because they're placing their money in the tax advantage accounts. I'm sure if I asked you guys, where would you want to place your money? Would it be in the tax now? Would it be in the tax later? Or would it be in the tax advantage? I know my money is placed in the tax advantage because I want to win. You keep hearing this term generational wealth. Well, this is what generational wealth is all about. Placing your money in places where the compound interest is going to work for you and where it's a tax advantage to you, where later on you won't have to pay any taxes on this. Next slide, please. The third rule, this is where your investment options come in. So if you take a look at your investment options, we'll look at the fixed investment. These are your banks. Your banks, they're offering you safety. However, there's no growth. So your money is placed inside of these places and it's safe because it's inside of the bank. However, you're not growing any money on this. These fixed accounts remind me of what I know as a partner, susu. In the West Indian culture, this is what we do. This is how we save our money. This is how we buy our houses. However, had I known even more, had my mother known even more, we would be rolling in the dough today because we knew how to save. We were always taught how to save. So we had it in fixed accounts, but it didn't offer us any growth. The next accounts are the investment accounts. These are your variable accounts. So these accounts, they do offer you growth. Your money is placed in the market. So if the market is doing great, well, your money is climbing up and it's looking really great. Those numbers are shining bright. It is looking like, yes, I'm rich. However, if the market drops, as we know it does, you have no safety. That same money that was looking beautiful begins to tumble down, 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 and you've lost a whole lot of money. If anyone remembers 2008, when we had the whole financial crisis, this is what happened to a lot of people's pensions. This is what happened to a lot of people's 401ks. This is what happened to our financial industry. They were placed in variable accounts because that is all they showed us. So people lost a lot of money and they could not regain what they've lost. It's pretty much like what, 10, 20 years later, they still can't catch up on what they lost, placing their money into these variable accounts. If you have money to gamble with, go ahead and place your money in these accounts. It can give you growth, but there is no safety. We're going to move on to the next, which is the insurance accounts. This is an index account. This is the part that the bank never told you. Even if you sat down in your bank with one of the people that work there, that sit behind the desk, and you sit with them and you talk to them, they don't show you where to place your money that's going to work as an advantage for you. There are accounts out there called index accounts. These accounts offer you safety and it offers you growth. They took the safety from the fixed accounts because they want to make sure wherever you're placing your money, it's going to be safe. And they took the growth from the variable and combined that and made an index account. So no matter how the market is going, if the market is doing great, your money is growing, it's growing, it's growing, it's growing. And if the market drops, you have the safety of knowing that your money will be right there and it's never going to drop. Why weren't we taught about this? Why is it that nobody came to us and told us this? Because the more you know, like I said, knowledge is power. If everyone knew about this, where would we be in this country right now? How would we all be living? Everyone would be living great. But now you know, you have to make the changes to secure your financial future. You have to tell your friends. You have to tell your family. This is what we do. We're out here telling people the good news because this is great news and this information is free. And this information has been around forever, but nobody told us. So what we do is so important. We're educating everyone. We want everyone to know that these things are out here and that it's available. Next slide. What we offer is free financial education. Your future, it is placed in your hands. When you come with us, we teach you about our increased cash flow. So you always hear multiple streams of income, blah, blah. This is what we do. We show you how you can make multiple streams of income for yourself. We show you where you can place your money for yourself, where it's going to help you. What we offer is the proper protection, long-term care. A lot of people's jobs, they don't offer you this. The insurance that they give you by the time you retire, you're getting Medicaid and Medicare, which is not covering all of your expenses. We teach about college planning, emergency fund, building your wealth, preserving your wealth. We also give a free financial analysis to everyone. What we do is so powerful, it's offered for free. No one else gives you this for free. We have workshops and trainings. These workshops and trainings are in Spanish and in English. We teach you about debt management, proper protection, asset accumulation, retirement planning, wealth preservation, and building a strong financial foundation, and also an opportunity to join us and increase your cash flow. Like Stacy said, we're a part of the National Financial Literacy Campaign, and we are trying to tell as many people as possible about what we do. So whoever invited you here tonight to join us, you need to contact them after this and get your free financial analysis with that person. Again, it's free. And this information is so powerful. This information can help you. It's already helped me. I've cleared off so much debt coming in here. You wouldn't even understand. But now I know I'm reaching out to everyone that I know. I've told all of my family, I've told all of my friends, because GoFundMe is no longer an option for me. I'm not placing any money in anyone's GoFundMe, because what we show and what we teach is free. Okay. So get with the person who invited you on this webinar tonight. It's free information, it's powerful information, and there's so much more. Join our workshops, they're free. Join us. This information is powerful. That's my little spill for tonight, because I could go on about this forever and I don't want to talk forever. I'm not even a people person. I don't like talking, but this information is so powerful. I have to give it up and I have to share it. I'm going to send you over to our mentor, Miss Odetta King. Oh, sorry. Not my mentor yet. Miss Caroline Beards, another special person. I'm so sorry. Take it away, Carol.
Hi, everyone. I'm Caroline Beards. I happened to see a little ad in Facebook, I believe it was, to get my financial house in order. And I'm like, can this be real? Something you see on Facebook, you don't know. So I went ahead and followed the ad, and it offered a free financial needs analysis. So I said, free? Something's got to be behind this. But I went ahead and called, and I actually got the person who's the author of the book, Dropping Your Coins. That person, Miss Odetta King, not knowing me from anyone, had me on the phone for almost 2 hours. And I learned so much in that one phone call that I hadn't known my entire life. So she did a lot of explaining things to me, and I was really, really impressed with her dedication from not knowing me from a hole in the wall. And she kept me on the phone till I understood. One of the things that she had asked me was, did I have insurance? And I'm like, yeah, I have insurance. And she said, well, how much do you pay a year? I said, I pay $93 a year. She says, no, that can't be. You can't pay. You mean a month, not a year. I said, no, I'm pretty sure it's $93 a year, because my mom took insurance out for me when I was a young child. My mother had the wherewithal. She worked for the Jews, and they're money people. That's what they did with their children. So that's what my mom had the foresight to do for me. So yes, my insurance is $93 a year. And I am so thankful to my mom, who passed last year at the age of 96, but with only a second grade education. She set my future in the works by handing that policy over to me and telling me never to let that policy go, to keep it up no matter what I did. She didn't know, because my health would get so bad, I wouldn't be eligible for policies. I have sickle cell anemia, and many times on medication or in the hospital, and the underwriters just deem me not insurable. But because my mom took that policy out before I was having so many problems, I'm insured. And the underwriters can't do anything about that. So the earlier you are able to get this financial education in, not only getting the education, but taking action on it. That's the important part. Some people that took action are, if you look at the screen, you'll see, and this is old money. The slides haven't been updated. This person, Mr. Dhaliwal, was a cab driver. How many cab drivers do you know that earn more than $7 million a year? I don't know any. Mr. Dhaliwal does. And he's not been with the firm more than 10 years, but he's able to do this. Other people in the firm, as you look through all different nationalities, all different age brackets, if you come here to the $1.5 million ring earners, we've got a couple there that made okay money. You were a doctor and a registered nurse. Dr. Daniel Fumbo and his lovely wife, an RN, they're $1.5 million ring. You think they're gonna make that being a nurse? No, he's educating people, and that's how he's gotten to make that money, because he knows the importance of financial literacy. He knows the importance of passing on generational wealth. So it's not just for you. It's so that you can be in a place to be able to help others, help your family. Education is the key. My dad always said, education is the only thing someone can't take from you. So get as much of it as you possibly can. So I'm very thankful to Miss Odetta King, educating others, a professor at St. John's University and my alma mater, Kingsborough Community College, but yet still knows the importance of financial literacy that's not taught in schools. The literacy that is taught through this program through WFG. And I'd like to welcome, and I'm honored to bring up to you, Miss Odetta King, the SWAT Queen. Odetta, take it away.
Wow, you ladies are amazing. Oh my God, I get the chills every time I hear you guys speak. God is good. Wow. Thank you so much to Usha for kicking us off. Stacy, my girl in Canada. Of course, the Ned right here in Brooklyn, New York with me, and Caroline, you ladies did an amazing job. And so I'm going to close it out here, guys. So we've got about another 20 minutes and then we're going to wrap this up. But my part is going to be talking about the money, okay? We just showed you a lot of people, right, making a lot of money. And so many people said to me, well, Odetta, you're a professor. So, you're doing okay, right? And I said, yeah, I'm doing okay, but I could be doing better. And so about 3 years ago, I joined this amazing platform first to learn about money, because as Caroline said, in my book, I talk about my journey with money. I had saved up $100,000 at the time, and that money was sitting in the bank, earning 0.0 something, right? Not a lot. So I was frustrated with not getting a lot of interest in my money, and I immediately started calculating how much interest I'm getting every year times 20 to 30 year when I average I will be retiring. And it was pathetic. I think I was going to have like $10,000 by the time I'm retired if I had keep getting that little bitty interest on my money. So I knew that was not going to be it. At the time, of course, I had a job working in corporate sales, overseeing many hotels, and six-figure paying job, good. Did the 401k, good. Maxed it out like they tell us to do. Max it out, right? Put more in. So I like saving money, so I put more in. And when the stock market dropped or when the market wasn't doing well, I lost money. So I was frustrated with that as well. And I figured there has to be something else. So I started looking for opportunities to just learn about money. And at the college, one of the colleges that I teach, Kingsborough Community College, Angel, who is truly my angel, he showed up because every semester we would bring students back to the college to talk about how his, education prepared him for the real world. And Angel shows up. He did his thing, and after that, he, after the meeting, he, like everything else, there's a networking section. So he ended up gifted me this book because he said, what do you do besides teaching? And I said, well, I do a lot of social media. I'm always teaching people about saving money. And he said, you know what, this will be a good book for you to read. And in fact, we have a seminar or a workshop at a time at Mercy College. So if you guys know anything about New York, we kind of stay in our boroughs. Brooklyn don't go to the Bronx don't go to Brooklyn, and so forth. But I figured, you know what, it's an opportunity for me to see another college campus. I'll get to meet some professors and network with them. So I took the book, I read it the same night. It's a super light read, only 86 pages long. You cannot purchase this book on Amazon or anywhere else. It is proprietary to our organization. So I read the book, I showed up the next day, we went to the workshop at Mercy College, and immediately I realized how illiterate I was when it comes to money, okay? And I thought I was doing well because I saved up 100,000, I was overfunding my 401k and I'm good. No, I was not good. And there's so many other people like myself, even today, that are doing exactly what I did and think they're good, but they're not. And so this is why we're on this massive campaign for financial education, because we want everyone to know this information. Like Danette said, it is free.
You're
It is free.
ecstatic. You're ecstatic. Hi,
So-
Titi. I'm here. You can hear me?
Y-
You can hear me?
Are you talking to me?
1 second. 1 second.
Okay, sorry, I'm gonna mute everyone, guys. So I was, I couldn't understand how here I am, corporate hotel exec, professor, did everything that they told me to do, but yet still, I was clueless when it comes to money. So my part I'm going to talk about is timing is everything. Yes, we want to educate people, but I can tell you guys, nobody else is doing what we are doing. We are on a campaign for financial education. We do not sell a product. We do not sell anything. We want to educate you because we know that when you are educated, you're going to make better money decisions, right? So timing is everything. You've learned the 3 rules of money. Many people have never even learned or even know that there's rules to money, or what are they? So now that you've learned it, I'm going to show you the opportunity to make money. The title of today's webinar is an opportunity to get paid 8 times per month. Guys, 8 times. Have you ever heard anybody got paid 8 times per month? No, the average person gets paid probably once a week or twice a month, but we get paid 8 times per month. And so timing is everything, right? Everything is about timing. 55 years is the average age of financial advisors. And so they're actually on their way out. And so because 55 is the average age today, and they're about to be retired, there's going to be a shortfall of 200,000 agents needed by the year 2030. That's a lot of people, right? 200,000 financial advisors are going to be needed in the financial industry. So who are we? Our parent company is called Aegon. We've been around since 1844, almost 200 years old. And of course, like every major company, they wanted to be in the US, and they created a company called Transamerica. Funny enough, when I was in corporate America, Transamerica managed my 401k, right? They do 401k, they do pension, they do retirement accounts. And Transamerica is also one of the top 5 companies in the US when it comes to finances. And so WFG is the marketing division. What are we marketing? Financial education. So think of Amazon. Amazon doesn't own anything, but you can pretty much get anything on Amazon, right? So World Financial Group is the marketing arm where we have access to several companies. And these are just some stats. Over 42,000 licensed agents in US, Canada, Puerto Rico, and Hawaii. That's a lot of agents, right? But they're licensed. We've helped 4.2 million since 2001, and sales has increased by 7.34%. And guess what? 94 millionaires. Which company do you know has 94 millionaires? I don't know any, right? And we have access to 77 product providers. These are companies that are A-rated, 100 years old and above. These are just some of the companies: Franklin Templeton Investment, Transamerica, Everest, which is one of the top funeral concierge in the world. Okay, I'm sure you guys have heard of Nationwide. Everybody knows the jingle. They're on our side, right? Prudential, Jackson, Pacific, all top-rated financial companies. So guys, what sets us apart from everyone else is we are a marketing division to promote financial education. And coupled with that, we have access to these wonderful companies. So when we meet with a client, we are making the right decision and giving that client choices. Unlike some other companies, if you go with them, they can only show you their products or their suites or what they have available. Take, for example, if you go to Citibank, Citibank can only tell you what their products are. They cannot show you what Chase has. They cannot show you what Bank of America has, right? They're only going to show you their product. And typically it is limited. But when we sit with our clients, World Financial Group has access to 77 different companies. So we do everything from birth to burial when it comes to finances. And now let's talk about the money. We always hear you got to have multiple sources of income, right? Millionaires have multiple sources of income. Some of our favorite movie stars and singers have multiple sources of income. But let me ask you, do you have multiple sources of income? And multiple sources of income, we were told you got to have like 5 different businesses or 3 different businesses. No way. World Financial Group, one business, one entity, one company has 5 different ways of earning money in that one business. So let's break these down. The first way you can make money is with your personal pen. You get your license, you have your pen, you write books or you write accounts, right? So that's you sitting with a client, not face to face, zooming and booming, right? On Zoom. You sit with a client, educate the client, and you can open a solution to help them with their finances. That's your first way of earning income, with your personal pen. The second way that you can earn income is agency. So let's say you decide to recruit or share this opportunity with other friends, family, co-workers, and they said, oh, I want to make money too. Guess what? Now you have a partner. Now you have a teammate. So guess what? You're expanding. You live in New York, and you could help as many people who want the same opportunity like we've all been given to make money. So now you have agency income. The third way that you're going to get paid is expansion. I live in New York, but I have so many other different access and cities and states, even Canada, to expand those cities and states. So now that's expansion income. So if I have agents in Chicago, Florida, Texas, DC, that's expansion income. So that's a third way that we make money. The fourth way we make money is bonus. Guess what? You do a good job at your job, are you getting bonus? Many of us are not getting bonus. We're even lucky if we're getting our salary, right? The fourth way we get paid is, this is a senior marketing position. Now you get bonus every month, about 12 to 1,500 per month. And I think it's about 6,000 to 8,000 every 3 months, right? So this is bonus. The fifth way that we get paid is recurring income. So when you help a family manage their expense, manage their finance, manage their account, manage their portfolio, guess what? Every year on that anniversary year, the company still pays you recurring income. How amazing is that? You go to your job, you train people, you don't get anything extra. You open accounts, and then every year that person keeps that account and you still don't get anything. Guys, I've been living in the States for about 20 something years. I've never changed my cell phone number. So the person who sold me, the Verizon person who sold me my phone 20 something years ago, he may or may not be getting recurring income. I've had my account for 20 something years. So guess what? In this business, when I help clients, every year that they keep that account, I'm getting recurring income or residual income. So those are the 5 ways that we get paid in this one business. One business. I don't have to go open 3, 4, 5 other businesses to have multiple sources of income, right? Isn't that amazing? And the best part, you can learn and earn. I remember when I got my first check, I made $256, and that was for half an hour, and I didn't do any work. All I did was show up online. My trainer did everything, and I was still in training. So I was learning and earning. So let's talk about what are the potential, what are the income potential? And this was another part that blew me away. When someone starts with us, yes, you have to be licensed. We are in a state, we're in an industry that's very, very highly regulated. No license, no money. You can't get around it. You're dealing with people's future. You're dealing with people's money that they've worked hard for. You gotta have your license, right? And you have to be trained, right? It's just like a doctor. A doctor needs his license, right? And he also needs to be trained. So when you get your license, right, and you sit with a family and you show that family how to save their money smart. And I want to emphasize on the word smart, because many of us are not saving smart. We are losing money when the stock market go down. We're putting our money in accounts that's earning us next to nothing in interest. On top of it, back out the fees, we're really losing, but we do not know because we're not financially educated. So when you sit with a client and you educate that client and you show that client how to save their money smart, let's say they're saving $250 per month, and that person might already be saving $250 per month. They're saving it under the mattress. They're giving it to the susu lady. They're putting it in a bank account. They're putting it in a 401k. All not smart ways of saving your money. When you know what you know it's not smart. So let's say you're saving $250 per month, which is $3,000 per year. As an associate, the company will pay you $1,350 for one account. One account. So let me ask you this question now. How long do you have to work at your job to get $1,350? You know what we hear? 2 weeks, 3 weeks, for sure more than 7 days. And do you want to know how long it takes to make $1,350 in the financial industry? At WFG, 3 hours max. 3 hours max on a Zoom. $1,350. So even if you're someone that's super lazy and you open 4 accounts, or you sit with 4 families, 4 individuals, and you show them and you educate them on what to do with their money, you're making over $5,000 part-time. What would an extra $5,000 part-time on a Zoom, maybe 20 hours of your time, do for your family? We talk about legacy. We cannot build a legacy if we don't have money to fund it, right? You got to have money to fund your legacy and to leave a legacy, right? So even if it's 3,000 per month, part-time, can pay some bills, get you caught up with your debt, and probably start saving money. So you can breathe a little easier. I think this pandemic has taught all of us, we gotta save more money and we gotta make more money. Point blank, period. If you can't save more money, you gotta make more money. And this is an opportunity that we're presenting to you to make more money, right? So now you can move up to a marketing director. This just means you're building a team. Or you can be a senior marketing director like myself. Again, you're building a bigger team, right? Where you have agents all over the US and Canada. So for that same 3 hours of my time, sitting with the family, showing them how to save $250 per month, which is easy peasy, I get paid $2,400. So yes, people say, oh, you're a professor, but guess what? My professor is just a title, but I don't make a lot of money as a professor. In fact, it's chump change. It is chump change. So I went to NYU, graduated, spent all this money to be a professor, only to realize in hindsight, it is chump change compared to what I make here with World Financial Group. So you know what? I sat my nieces and nephew down and I said, listen, all of you guys, you are doing this business. Even if you want to go to college, even if you want to have your career, you're going to do this business as well, because I know firsthand, and they've already seen it, because of this opportunity, my nieces and nephew life will be changed. Their generations will be changed. Not even what their parents are doing for them. It's what their auntie or their king is doing for them. Right? So all of my nieces and nephews that are about to be 18, I let them know from 17 and a half, we getting this license, you're doing this. I don't care if you want to go flip burgers. I don't care if you want to get a job. I don't care if you want to go to college. You are doing this because this is the freedom. This is your ticket to freedom. And it's going to pay you more than your job, because again, I'm a professor, but the dean doesn't know this information, and the dean will probably never make $1 million being the dean. Here, as a senior marketing director, the average is $86,000 to $1 million. Are you kidding me? $1 million. How many people do you and I know that has worked a job for 30, 40 years and they're nowhere near to earning even $1 million? Nowhere near. And they've done 40 years in their career and still did not make $1 million. This information and opportunity is powerful, guys. You wouldn't be free until you're financially free. These are just some of the amazing people that we have working with us, all walks of life. Susie, love her. She was a news anchor for Telemundo. Now she's doing this, right? Andre and Rory, they were multi amazing in the entertainment industry, signing and dealing deals with all these hip hop stars that some of them we know of. Guess what? They're doing this. Eduardo, who was a hairstylist, oh my God, he's doing this. And so many other people, right? Monica and her husband, mortgage broker. They worked in the mortgage broker business for over 30 years. So they've seen a lot of money. They've given homes to a lot of people. But guess what? They're still not financially solid, right? Life is all about choices. And when you make the right choices and you level up and you go into certain rooms, the conversation is different. Even if you're a member, you're going to be exposed to a higher level of learning. These are just some of the events that we've had in the past. I got an opportunity to meet E.T., got an opportunity to meet John Maxwell, the founder and father of leadership, right? Damon John, if you watch Shark Tank, these are all people that have come out to our company at different conventions and spoken to us, right? So Where will your future be in 5 to 10 years? Listen, I've not been doing this business for 10 years or 5 years, only 3 years. And my entire future trajectory is different for the better. And my nieces and nephew also. I've put things in place that even their own parents haven't done because of this opportunity. So you can decide you want to save your future, learn about money. You could build a future with us, come and learn, get your license and help and teach other families, because I promise you, this information is not being taught in school. I'm in the classroom. My students don't know this, my faculty don't know this, and the parents don't know this. In fact, most of my students are graduating with student loan the size of a mortgage. And in closing, you're born poor. If you're born poor, it's not your mistake. But if you die poor, it is your mistake. So let us change the trajectory of our future. Let us show you how to make more money, but it's not just about making more money. It's the impact that you're having on your own life, your generation, and other people's life. To date, I think I've helped over 500 people. Strangers, some are friends, some are family, but the majority are strangers. I would have never been able to do this, right? So I'm getting ready to launch a poll and tell us what you're interested in. 2 questions. Can you guys see the poll? 2 questions. Number 1, you need help with your finance, or you want to build a financial plan and get help with your finance. Number 2, let's go all in. Sign me up. What do I need to do? I'm ready to stack these coins. Those are your 2 options. Do you want to make money or you want to save money? If you want to save money and be smart and financially educated and put things in place, number 1. If you want to make money, number 2, right? So get in touch with the person who invited you to this webinar. We are streaming live on social media as well. So for you guys that are going to be seeing this on YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp, or wherever, get in touch with a person who shared this video with you, or get in touch with any one of us so we can connect with you and help you change your entire financial future. Because the bank is not going to educate you on this. Your HR is not going to educate you on this. Heck, not even your tax person is going to educate you on this, because they simply do not know. They don't know this information. And this is not private, it's public, but if you know it, you know it. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for joining us. We will have another one of these all month of March. Is March Madness, and we're giving everyone an opportunity to come and learn and earn in the financial industry. So next Thursday, same time, 7 o'clock, we'll have another one of these with another different guest speakers. So get in touch with us. Even if it's just to say, you know what, I want to look over what I have. Can you look over what I have and tell me if it's good or if there's better? Or you want to say, hey, I want to make more money. Let me know what I need to do. Get in touch with the person who invited you. And I see a lot of you. Well, actually, we've got a nice mixture. Half of you are saying you want to make money, and half of you are saying you want to save money. So with that being said, thank you guys so much. We will see you here next Thursday. That's going to be March 18th. So if you know anyone, have them get in touch with us as well. Thank you guys so much, and make it a great evening.